The phrase rip off is a common English phrasal verb that you might hear in everyday conversations, movies, or even in songs. But what does it actually mean, and how do you use it correctly? Let's break it down in a simple and easy way. Rip off is an informal expression made up of two words, rip and off. When used together as a phrasal verb, their meaning changes from the individual words. Rip-off has two main meanings in English. The first and most common meaning is to cheat someone by charging too much money for something or by selling something that is not worth the price. The second meaning is to copy or steal someone's idea or work. Let's start with the first meaning, to cheat or overcharge someone. Imagine you go to a market to buy a t-shirt. The t-shirt looks like it's made of simple cotton, but the seller asks you to pay $50 for it. You look at the t-shirt and think, this shouldn't cost more than $10. If you buy it at this high price, you might say later, that was a rip-off. This means you paid much more than you should have, and you feel cheated. Here is another example. Suppose you want to buy a new phone. You check the price online, and you see it selling for $300 on most websites. But at one shop, the exact same phone is selling for $600. If someone buys it there, you might say, they got ripped off. The phrase ripped off is used to describe someone who was cheated, usually by paying too much. You can use rip off in different ways. Sometimes you use it as a noun. That is a rip off. Other times, you use it as a verb. Don't let them rip you off. Or in the past tense, I got ripped off at that restaurant. Let's listen to a few more examples. Imagine you go to a concert. The ticket is advertised online for $20, but when you get to the entrance, someone is selling tickets for $50. You really want to get in, so you buy the expensive ticket. Later, you tell your friend, I was totally ripped off. I can't believe I paid $50 for that ticket. Or you go to a tourist area. Sometimes tourists are charged higher prices than locals. If you buy a souvenir for a high price and then see the same item somewhere else for much less, you might say, that shop ripped me off. Now let's look at the second meaning of rip off, to copy or steal an idea or product. Suppose you are an artist and you create a unique painting. Later, you see someone else has made a painting that looks almost exactly like yours. You might say, they ripped off my idea. In this case, rip off means to copy or steal, usually without permission. Let's try another example. You write a song and upload it to the internet. After a few weeks, you hear a new song on the radio that sounds very similar to yours. You could say, that band ripped off my song. Here, rip off means to steal or copy someone's creative work. In both uses, rip off has a negative meaning. Whether someone is cheated out of money or their ideas are stolen, it's not a good thing. Let's practice using rip off in different sentences. 1. I bought these headphones for $100, but they broke after 1 week. What a rip off. 2. Be careful when shopping at tourist spots. Some places will try to rip you off. 3. That movie was just a rip off of the original. There was nothing new or creative about it. 4. I feel like I got ripped off at that restaurant. The food was expensive and not very good. 5. Don't rip off other people's work. Always give credit if you use someone's ideas. Now let's look at how you might hear rip off in conversation. Friend 1. How was the new pizza place? Friend 2. Honestly, it was a rip off. The pizza was tiny and cost $20. Friend 1. Did you see that new designer bag? Friend 2. Yeah, but it's just a rip-off of last year's style. Nothing original. Friend 1. I bought a watch online, but it stopped working after 2 days. Friend 2. You got ripped off, man. You should ask for your money back. Remember, rip off is informal and is mostly used when talking with friends or in casual situations. You probably wouldn't use it in formal writing or at work, unless you are in a relaxed environment. Here are a few tips to help you use rip-off correctly. Use rip-off to describe situations where someone is cheated, especially with money. Use rip-off to talk about copying or stealing creative work. You can say rip-off as a noun, that's a rip-off, or as a verb, don't rip me off. In the past tense, use ripped off, I got ripped off. Let's finish with one last scenario to help you remember. Imagine you and your friend go shopping for shoes. You see a pair of shoes that look nice, but the price tag says $200. You know that similar shoes usually cost $50. Your friend says, "Don't buy those, that's a rip-off." You agree and look for a better deal elsewhere. Or, you see a new TV show that seems very similar to another show you watched last year. You might say, "This show is just a rip-off of the old one." So, whenever you feel that something is unfairly expensive or someone has copied something without permission, you can use the phrasal verb rip-off. To sum up, rip-off is a useful and common phrase in English. It helps you talk about situations where you or others are cheated, especially about money or creative ideas. Next time you see something overpriced or copied, you'll know exactly what to say. Remember, rip-off is informal, so use it in friendly conversations, and you'll sound more natural and fluent in English.